Hi, I'm Mario Guerra, the two-time former mayor of the great city of Downey, and I'm here with my co-host, the great editor of the Downey Patriot, Eric Pierce, and you're watching Talking Downey with Mario
and Eric. The great editor.
I know, huh? I'm there.
That caught me off guard.
I know. It's like, I don't know where that just came from.
I don't hear very many nice comments.
There you
days,
go.
So
there you go.
It's nice to hear it.
Anyways, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Good. Yeah, just
A
good.
lot going on.
Oh, so a couple of weeks ago, we're like, kind of boring, kind of slow down the city. And now we're going to do a couple podcasts because there's so much going on. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're going to do this one to keep it online regarding recapping the city council meeting of this week. So this will drop this week, so it'll be timely.
Yeah.
But
also bad news, and Downey unfortunately has been making headlines for some really unfortunate reasons.
Oh, it's
and
terrible!
So
it's terrible. Our heart's broken. We'll do a special show for Emilio and Annabelle Guerrera, and also our own Manhattan Police Department police officer Chad Swanson. That's
from Downey. Yeah,
we'll do another show about them right now. But anyways,
but today we're going to talk city council, and I thought this was we got some big news actually out of this week's city council meeting. Farmers Market is staying in downtown Downey. And I think there really wasn't ever a threat of it leaving, but I think there was some misinformation out there. But now it's signed, sealed, and delivered. The downtown Downey Farmers Market is staying.
Yeah,
it is staying.
And the only thing we can say to the naysayers, we told you so. We told you so. We told you so. There was never a chance. Now they're working with the Downtown Improvement Association on there, which I know you help a little bit with out there. Hans Fritzig, the executive director. And yeah.
It was just, a little disingenuous when I saw people, with signs and commenting, save the downtown Downey Farmers Market. Yeah. Everybody loves the farmers market. Yeah. It was just a matter of how do we make it better and how do we help it grow, hopefully. Yeah. But it's here to stay, and there's going to be a spirit of cooperation between the farmers market, between the city of Downey and the DDIA, which I think is best for everybody.
Which is the Downtown Improvement Association.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So the farmers market, I'm going to ask you your opinion, is on the corner of, Lorena and 2nd.
Right.
It used to be on Downey Avenue.
Right.
Where do you like it better? Where's your preference?
I think I'd bring it back to Downey Avenue.
Would you?
Yeah, especially with some of the things going on there and everything. I'd bring it back to Downey Avenue. And the vendors liked it there better. Yeah. It showed better on there. I think even our businesses in downtown even had converted on there. We did a survey, and I think all of them would prefer back there. But again, that's it, to each their own now.
And Downey Avenue also gives the market room to grow.
Right. Because it keeps going down Downey Avenue, down 3rd, down 2nd, even towards the police department and stuff. So I think where they're at now, they have no place to go. They have to just stay there, either get cramped up. But so that's why I would do it over.
But it's here.
It's there.
It's here.
Yeah, let everybody run it and do whatever it's got to happen and stuff like that. So what else?
So Downey Police Department introduced a new canine.
Yeah.
It's a yellow lab, I think. Yeah. His name is Howdy.
Howdy. Yeah.
Howdy.
And it's the opposite of police dogs. This is like a comfort dog.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, it's for bad situations like we had on Sunday. It's for situations where, you have the stress or you have somebody that passing away and stuff like that. So, and the police officer they got, she couldn't be more empathetic. She couldn't be more professional. She's awesome. That's a great tie-in. So this is kind of like a comfort dog, if you will.
I don't like the name Howdy.
Howdy.
I don't like the name Howdy.
Come on. I was thinking, well, you might be too young for Howdy Doody. That's when, Howdy Doody.
Like Howdy? I don't know.
It's got to make you, but you know what? You can't say Howdy in that style. You can't, Howdy. It's Howdy, So anyway, I'm glad. That's a great addition. Again, when, as chaplain, I've been in a lot of situations there with them that are traumatic, especially with young family members. So this is kind of a comfort dog. It's a great idea.
It is because if you're in a really bad situation, and who doesn't like dogs?
Yeah.
And, if you don't like dogs, unsubscribe.
No,
everybody loves dogs. It's I haven't met Howdy yet, but I've seen pictures, and he looks like a very lovable dog.
We were just at the airport up in Tahoe, and my wife, we're going to get our suitcases up there, and they have a petting dog. It's got Pet Me on it, and it's one of those big ones. I don't know, those mountain shepherd ones, the size of this table, the ones you see in the old cartoons with the little thing here with the medication here. So and my wife just had to, play with it for 5 or 10 minutes. This get all these hairs on her, but anyway, the difference. Right?
What else happened?
Okay, so kind of interesting. PIH celebrated their 10-year anniversary.
Yes, it's been 10 years already.
Yeah, that was bizarre because we almost lost our hospital. When Downey Regional went under, so PIH stepped in, put a lot of money, time into it. And so at least they're celebrating their 10-year anniversary.
That's great, because I think maybe people have forgotten how close we were to losing our hospital.
Yeah.
And I remember when Downey Regional went bankrupt, and there was talks with other hospitals and medical centers and facilities, and they would fall through. It didn't happen, and then PIH came in, and they invested a lot of money into
I was on that board of Downey Regional. And at one point, we had $100 million in reserves, right? In reserves. So I was chairman of the Memorial Trust Foundation that helped raise the money, but also on the regular hospital board. And we lost $1 million a month for 60 straight months. So every month, I would bring up to the board, hey, at what point, where do we stop? Where does it stop? And the next month, hey, where does it stop? Where does it stop? What are your plans? Hey, what do you do? So finally, they kicked me off the board because every month I was like, we're going to lose the hospital. And then for us, it was losing the hospital of the ER. I mean, that 50,000 people were there.
Yeah.
So we had to. And then the city sold the land. I was on the council. I didn't participate in the talks because of my past involvement. But the city sold the land to PIH to make all the things work and stuff like that. But they invested a lot of money on the earthquake retrofitting and everything else on there. So I'm glad we have it. I may not agree with some of their things. I recently got COVID. Told you the story about the lousy treatment, but that's another story for another day.
Yeah, it's not perfect, but I do think PIH has a good reputation.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, because I feel like the Whittier campus has a better reputation, and if I have a choice, I'm going to the Whittier campus.
This is sad, but why do I feel the same way?
Yeah.
I really do. I always thought, okay, Downey, and I do agree with you what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a marketing thing. I don't know, but I don't want to deal with that emergency room still after 10 years.
Yeah.
But so we're it's a work in progress, and there's been a ton of progress over the past 10 years.
Yeah. So good for them. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Stomp. So we're going through the fun stuff first on there. We want to talk about a couple of things that are a little bit less fun, but
Stomp. Have you seen Stomp before?
No, I have not.
I've seen Stomp over at the Pantages, and it's coming to Downey for 2 nights, February 28th and 29th, 2024, Downey Theater. Tickets go on sale October 17th. I'm super excited because the Downey Theater doesn't get a lot of name stuff. So this is actually kind of exciting to see Stomp, and it's what I remember is it's a great show, super high energy.
Okay, in 20 seconds or less, what is Stomp? What's the show?
Oh, okay, so it's like a musical, but they're playing music, they're playing drums on just ordinary objects.
Okay.
On trash cans, or with brooms, ordinary objects, and you make it into a musical instrument. And I remember coming out of that performance, everybody was like clapping like on the walls, and you would find things because it gets you like in that mood, in that spirit. If you see it, Mario, you're gonna be the same way. You're gonna be out there, you're gonna become a drummer. It's such a fun show.
Good.
I'm gonna see it.
Good. I will too.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I think we should try to get a lot of our Downey friends and go catch a show.
Yeah, that'd be fun on there.
Absolutely.
And then we should put on our own live performance here in the office with a drumstick. I have a set of drumsticks on my desk.
Do you really?
Because I do that. Well, I'm hyper, so it gets rid of my thing. I'm on the computer.
But it just to me, it's so great that we have this here in Downey, that we can watch a show of this magnitude at the Downey Theater. We can, I personally can walk there. Yeah. It's a 5-minute drive or 10 minutes in Downey. It's right here in our own backyard. I'm super excited.
Yeah, cool. That's gonna be fun. Yeah. So, okay. So, what else? I made some notes here. Oh, okay. So this will be fun. Yeah, this will drop tomorrow on Friday. So by the time you hear this, if you're watching this or hearing this over the weekend, it's already passed. But the Warren Downey football game. Okay, this week has been crazy. They're doing all the great things. The kids are participating in rivalry week and stuff. But the football game, for the first time in the history of SoFi, anybody that's been to SoFi, it's an absolutely beautiful stadium. It's awesome. But our kids are be playing as the very first high school game in the history of SoFi, Warren versus Downey.
Very cool.
So so our whole community is up and charged up.
I'm super pumped for the kids, especially because they're going to be. It's history now. They're part of history.
It is.
Because how long is SoFi going to be here?
Right.
100 years or whatever.
Right.
And forever, they're going to tell their kids and their grandkids.
Yeah.
I played in the very first high school game at SoFi Stadium.
Yeah. I'm excited.
You're going to be there.
I am going to be there. I get to, on behalf of the Army, we get to present some scholarships at halftime and to Downey and Warren High School students. But here's also the fun thing. So as many of you know, when we talked about it, Warren started, Downey will next year, but Warren started JROTC. So the JROTC for Warren High School will be doing the color guard. So they're super nervous. They only started a month ago, right? So our Army, the Long Beach company, has been practicing with them. I've been going over there, pumping them up and seeing. And their uniforms came in. They look great. But the shiny shoes, if you guys see pictures of it, the shiny patent leather shoes, they haven't come in yet. So we got some soldiers from the Army Long Beach company and the LA Battalion are lending shoes to these kids on there. But they're so excited to do this. Again, it's an honor, the very first color guard in the history of SoFi from a high school game.
Wow. How many kids approximately?
It's six altogether.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I posted it on my Facebook. Them practicing the other day at Warren High. I've been going over there. And on Tuesday, they did a walkthrough at SoFi Stadium. So we took a picture of them on the second level looking down with the stadium on there. It's just, you follow me at Mario A. Guerra on Facebook or Deacon Mario on Instagram. But wait till you guys see it. They're just so pumped.
I'm nervous for them because I can't imagine walking down SoFi. And I don't know how many people are going to be in the stands. I don't know what the capacity is.
I heard the first floor, the first level all the way around has been sold out.
Okay.
So I don't know what level, but I think they take them into areas because I guess they're trying to staff for it and stuff.
Right.
They don't want to open up the top level and then have 4 people there.
Right.
And then bathrooms and
that is my only criticism of this event. The communication can be better because I'm seeing a lot of questions about how to purchase tickets. Are there any more?
Yeah.
So I think, but it's the first time.
That's it. It's the first time, and they've just did it 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Right.
So they're basically trying to float water here,
Absolutely.
And so the school district, I know it's been, God bless them. I just think I love it. I love that they're doing it. I don't know if I'd ever do it again if I were them, but it's cool.
It's an experience.
It's very much an experience. So that's the JROTC. So look for that. Look there. We'll put the videos here. So what else happened last night?
You know what? It was kind of a lighter meeting. What else do you have in your notes?
I had. I was going to talk about the fee waivers.
The fee waivers.
The fee waivers.
That's right.
So
I'll set this up
for
please,
you.
I want to hear your take. So basically, we know for the past year or so, there's been different organizations and nonprofits approaching the city council. Whenever they have an event, they've been asking the city council to either waive the fees or provide a cash donation. The Downey Symphony has done it. The YMCA, Alicata for the Price Festival, the Rose Float, they got money. The latest one was the Downey Patriot. They hosted a crosstown kickoff event on Brookshire. Great event, but there were costs associated with it, and they asked the city council. The city council did approve it, but they said that this is the last one. Yeah. They're kind of tired of it. Yeah. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, I watched the tape, and here's some comments. Mayor Frometta said, They all want to be good stewards of our funds. Okay. And, they kind of opened the floodgates in the past. There's so many great community areas on there. They want to help, but it needs to stop.
Right.
Okay. So this will be the last fee waiver that they want to come before the council. So Councilman Sosa said that he thought it was a big distinguish between waiving fees or in kind versus actual cash.
Right.
He thought that was a little bit different. But he did ask a good question too. When did this start? Why did we start this? And he wasn't on the council when it started. And that's always been my thing. It's like, as much as you want to help, you open the floodgates, and that's what they did last year. Because once you give to one, well, we're both worthy. Why you and why not me, kind of thing, and stuff like that. So they did approve it as a last in kind. We used to always do. And we did a research back there. Like, for example, Kiwanis, Arc, whatever, the golf tournament is going on. So we own the golf course. So we would give a free foursome so they could sell it or raffle it off, right? So we, literally, our city attorney looked at it. This is, 10 years ago. It's literally the electricity on the golf course. I mean, you can't give $1 million because it's the wear and tear on the course, but it didn't really cost the city anything. So, but when you have fee waivers like that or other ones, you're talking not only the fee, but you're talking having 2 police officers. Somebody's got to pay them. We do. The Public Works to the thing on there, you got to pay them. So this one, I think they came out, it was like $4,800 or something. So it is. The city had to pay for that and stuff, but they did approve it. And I'm glad they finally talked about it.
Right.
And they said, stop. We don't want to do this anymore. They got a $100,000 budget to put into the regular, $100 million budget. And then at the beginning of the year, let's talk about where we give that to, because there's some worthy things, but you can't keep doing this. So I'm glad, and it's fine that they approved this. They all said, okay, stop. No more fee waivers kind of stuff on there. So,
and I agree with Councilman Sosa that there's a big difference in my eyes between waiving, fees for staff time and actually handing out cash. I am really against the city giving out cash donations. They gave money to the Rose Float, they gave money to the symphony, and I'm a board member of the symphony, so full disclosure, and I was against it. They gave money to the symphony in order to provide a concert at Furman Park, the summer concert. I am opposed to that. I don't think that's the purpose of. I don't want my taxpayer dollars going to that, basically, is what I'm saying. And I think part of it is because you and me were both part of many organizations and nonprofits, Kiwanis and Gangs of Downey, others, and we all do our own fundraising. And we work really hard to fundraise. And I feel like these other organizations can do the same thing. It's too easy to just ask the city for a handout. And that's not the purpose of the city council. So I'm opposed to it. Like, waiving fees, I think, is a different proposition. I'm glad we're having this conversation.
Yeah. And like I said, and it's made pretty clear, like, don't bring us any more fee waivers on there.
But like you said, they did it to themselves.
Yeah, they did.
When they gave money to the Rose Float, every other organization took notice, and I don't blame them. They said the city's giving out money. Let's put the city council in an awkward situation where they have to choose between groups.
Absolutely. And we're, it's a small city. We're a big city. We're a small city, so we know everybody, and we serve on 2 or 3 nonprofits together and the whole thing. And you're right. And at first, when it happened, there's several of us former mayors that we communicate. We talk to each other. We're all friends because we love our community and stuff. And when that happened, we kind of like, oh my gosh, I don't think they realize
they don't know what they're doing.
They opened up a can of worms there, So
they
now it's kind of like so I'm glad they're talking and they're shutting it down a little bit, So anyways, well, listen, sir, I just wanted to. I think we covered most of the. And,
we did.
The comments to thing. I only listened to a couple. The comments of public comment, and then I'm like,
I don't listen to them.
Same old. I'm sure glad that they take off the video at least so you can't see the people and you can hear. So God bless those people that are doing that and stuff. So anyways, all right. I think we covered most of the. It was a pretty light meeting. There was 4 things in the back: litigation.
Pretty light, but some important stuff came out of it. Especially to me, the farmers market. Staying in downtown Downey. That's a big thing.
Touche. So listen, we're going to have a couple of shows coming up. One, we're going to talk about some dear people in our community that tragically were killed way too soon. We'll have a short episode about that because we wanted to, we happen to know them, and it's important for at least reflect on their memory. God bless them. We're going to do one about the Planning Commission. That was something else a little controversial. You put it on Instagram, and it got like a zillion things and a zillion comments and stuff.
And I want to hear your side of it.
Yeah, so I got some inside information. And then we're also going to have a show coming up. We taped it last week, and we'll put it in the next couple of weeks. There's an organization that's part of our city that's headquartered in Whittier, but they have here in Downey. You won't believe what they do. It's called The Whole Child. I was so impressed when we did that show there with their CEO on there. But
they were very gracious in hosting us there.
Yeah.
We got a little tour. We met the people, and it's fantastic. It's right here in Downey.
Yeah. They're preventative on keeping families from homelessness and mental health. And they have showers, and they have food, and they have... Anyways, we'll talk about that down there. But those are some of the shows that we have coming up. And, of course, election coverage. We didn't even talk anything about election today. And we took a break from election. Eric's fed up with politics. And anyways, so we'll see some other shows coming up. But stay tuned. Stay involved. Stay... vigilant on what's going on in our city, and we'll talk about some other bad crime, unfortunately, that's happened. So God bless you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching Talking Downey with Mario
and Eric.